Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Steph. I'm a first-time mom from New Zealand and I have a 1-year-old little boy. I upload weekly videos on motherhood content as well as just showcasing my life as a first-time mum. Today's video, I'm going to be sharing my gift guide for 1-year-olds. So like I mentioned, I've got a 1-year-old boy and that's just who I'm going to be shopping for Christmas. So I've done all of the hard work for you guys. If you have a 1-year-old or a 1.5, I would say anywhere between 12 to 20 months old, these gifts are going to be perfect for you. I'm going to have links and I'm going to have a description and just why I believe that you should get these toys. So keep watching if you need some help with Christmas shopping. I've also broken down all of my ideas into 3 categories. So there's going to be ideas for $20 and under. I've got $20 to $100 and then $100 and above, the big toys. Quickly before I jump into it, I just want to mention that these are New Zealand dollars, so it might be a little bit different where you're from, but they're still going to be around that price range. And I also am going to have links down below. I'm going to have links for Amazon and just similar items to what I recommend, and then also if you live in New Zealand, for New Zealand local stores, because for us New Zealanders it is way cheaper to shop local than getting it on Amazon. I also will make sure to put timestamps down below so that if you just want to jump straight to a specific price range, then you can do so. Alright, so the first category that I want to talk about is the under $20. The first gift that I recommend is non-toxic crayons that are safe to eat. These are so important to be non-toxic because if you're giving a crayon to a 1-year-old, I can guarantee they're going to put that crayon in your mouth. So these are really safe for your toddlers and this will help them get more creative. This jumps into the next idea, which is non-toxic bath color drops. These are really great to just put in the bath with your baby, or can also be used for sensory play. If you've got a water bucket, you can add a color drop like a blue one, and then you could add sea animals and they could just be playing sensory activities with that, and it just adds a little bit of a different color and just makes it more exciting for your little one. Again, these are non-toxic and all safe for your little one. So I did put this idea under $20, even though you can get some that are way above $20. You can find some cheaper ones, and that is musical instruments. I am talking about those pianos that you can walk on, little shakers, a tiny little xylophone, just really cheap musical instruments for your little one. And musical instruments are so important because it works a different part of their brains that they don't normally use. One of Charlie's favorite toy is books. Like, he's obsessed with books and any kind of books that will make sound or that he can feel. So I recommend looking into the That's Not My books. They've got so many. That's not my dog. That's not my truck. That's not my mermaid, I think. There's heaps and they're honestly super fun for kids. The next one is bath toys or sand toys. We are coming into summer here in New Zealand. So he just received some sand toys for his first birthday. He absolutely loves them. He loves bringing those sand toys into the bath and playing with them as well. So you could just get sand toys and just use them for both. But I just think that either one of those ideas, sand toys or bath toys, would be a really good stocking filler. You can also really get inexpensive paddling pools. If you are buying a paddling pool for a 1-year-old, it really doesn't need to be deep. So a little one can be really inexpensive, and it could just be a really great area for them to play around with their toys. We just got Charlie a paddling pool for birthday as well, and he already loves it and spends a good amount of time in there. And the last thing that I want to recommend for $20 and under is the Montessori food cutting toys. These are just foods that have like Velcro in the middle, and then they have a knife and can learn to cut it. And this is just teaching your little ones a basic life skills. Okay, so moving on into the $20 to $100 category. The first thing that I want to suggest is a personalized puzzle. Personalized letter names is something that's going to last your little one for a while, even though at 14 months, 18 months, they might not know how to really work with the puzzle. Eventually they'll get it, so you're kind of buying something now that will last them a very long time. The next thing is a busy board. These are so good to occupy your little one for a good chunk of their awake window. Busy boards, you can buy these for $50 to $80, or you can make one yourself. We made one for Charlie's birthday. We probably spent around $40, but we did have some of the equipment that we needed already, so it was a little bit cheaper for us, but it really wasn't hard to do. I'm also going to link my Pinterest down in the description if you want to look at the busy boards that I pinned just to get inspired. But otherwise, just go on Pinterest and look up busy boards if you want to make one, and you will see it is a lot easier than you might think. Or if you don't have the time or just don't feel like making a busy board, again, like I mentioned, they're probably around $80. This is another thing that we got Charlie for his first birthday present, and that is a tool bench and kit. The one thing that I recommend if you get a tool bench and kit is to get a wooden one. We got a plastic one and I already regret it, but anyway, we got a tool bench and kit because Jamie is currently doing renovations inside of our house, and Charlie will see Jamie with all these tools and he wants to grab them, but he's just too young and they're a little bit unsafe for him. So we got his own toolkit and he is loving it. Every time Dad has his hammer, then Charlie has his hammer. So if you have a builder in the house or you are doing some renovations, this could be a really good idea for you. Something that I really want to get Charlie but have not yet, that is a water and a sand table. Again, I just feel like this is one of those items that will really keep them busy for like a good chunk of their awake window, and it just gets them doing sensory activities, which I feel like is a really good way for your child to spend their awake window. The next thing that I suggest is getting a ball pit. We got a ball pit for Charlie for his first Christmas when he was only a month old. He definitely loves it a lot more now that he's older and kind of knows what's going on. I feel like this is one of those items that you would get now but would last your child a very long time. And the last thing that I want to suggest for this price range is a little plastic slide. Plastic slides are actually a lot cheaper than you might think. There's obviously more expensive ones, but I know that Kmart here in New Zealand have a slide for $35. I will link it down below. Feel like if you've got a big home and a big garden and an 18-month-old, a slide would be so awesome. Okay, so anyway, I want to talk about the big presents now, the $100 and above, and I do have some alternatives to these if you cannot afford $100. So make sure that you keep watching even if you're like, I don't want to spend over $100 on my little one. So the first item I want to suggest is the Little Tikes Cozy Coupe car. Very popular car. I'm sure you know someone whose little one has this car. I know that all of my nieces and nephews have had it and they've all loved it, and this is what we are getting Charlie for Christmas. This is going to be one of his main presents. So brand new. These are like, I want to say 180 New Zealand dollars, but this is what you can do to save money. Go on Facebook Market, so many people will be selling them. You can still get some really good condition ones for $80, $100, which is still a lot cheaper than $180. Or you can do what we're gonna do, and that is find one that has sun damage that works perfectly fine but has sun damage, so will be a lot cheaper, and fix it up. I'm gonna share a video with you guys soon, so make sure that you subscribe so you don't miss that video. I have bought a really cheap sun damaged Cozy Coupe car and I am gonna be pimping it out. It's gonna be awesome. I'm super excited. Anyway, definitely getting off track, but yeah, I just think this is one of those items that your little one is gonna love regardless of if it's sun damaged or not. You don't have to get it brand new, they're just gonna love it. I just feel like what kid doesn't want a miniature car? The next thing that we really want to get for Charlie, which again you can find on Marketplace or Trade Me or just secondhand, is a play kitchen. Again, I definitely recommend that you get a wooden one. Plastic ones just don't last long enough. Your little one will break it, trust me. But a wooden play kitchen, if you get it secondhand, you can personalize it to your little one. You can paint it the colors that they like, you can add pictures that they like, you can just get really creative, or you can get some really nice beautiful ones of Kmart, the Warehouse. I will link them all down below. They look amazing, but there are alternatives to getting a play kitchen and just making it a little bit cheaper. Alright, the next item is something that I wish we could get for Charlie. We just don't have enough space in our house. So if you have a big house, I would definitely recommend looking at soft play sets or the nugget couch. These are so good to get your little one using up some energy and playing. I just feel like that is so much fun for a child. And again, this would be one of those items that they would be able to use for ages, like all the way until they're 2-3 years old. They'll still probably be playing with their nugget couch. And the last thing that I want to mention is definitely for people who have large gardens or just a space outside, and that is a sandpit. I don't think you can go wrong with a sandpit if your little one likes the beach. Here in New Zealand we are covered by beaches. Most people will probably go to the beach often in summer. Having a sandpit honestly would just be like home to your little one if they do love the beach. I know that Charlie loves the beach, so it is something that we are thinking about for the future, is getting a sandpit. And there you go guys, that is everything that I wanted to recommend as my gift guide for 1-year-olds. I hope that it will be helpful for you. I hope that you no longer have to try and find a gift for your little one, because I have done it for you. I'd also love to hear any suggestions that you guys have that you feel like I should have added to my list. Definitely comment it down below. But otherwise, as always guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you liked it, because that really supports my channel, and I'll see you all next week. Bye.